Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a review real quick on, I guess what you kind of get for your money today in like the revolver world. You know, it's 2023, and there's a lot of good options out there. Currently, what I have on the table in front of you, I got a rock, and it's going to range from left to right, going cheapest to more expensive. So, Rock Island Armory M200, it's a 4-inch barrel, and then this is the Taurus 856 with a 3-inch barrel. And then this is a Ruger LCRX with a 3-inch barrel. And then they're all 38 specials. This one's a 6-shot, 6-shot, 5-shot. And before we go any further, I'm going to show you clear and safe on these firearms. Clear and safe on the Rock Island Armory. Clear and safe on the Taurus. Now, clear and safe on the Ruger. Okay. So, I guess where to start? I guess, price. I mentioned that. The Rock Island, this firearm is a 200, I think, I bought this gun brand new at $249, and that's without tax. Step it up a little bit. The Taurus is going to run you, depending on where you look and depending on sales and everything, time of the year, between 320 to 380, depending on, where you look. And then on the upper end of this Ruger. I've had this Ruger, I think, since 2016 or 2017 when I bought it. And it is depending on where you look in this setup, right? The LCRX line is a snub nose version, but they do sell this one in a 3-inch barrel. This one I think will ran me close to 600 or right about. I can't remember offhand what I paid for it, but this is going to be the upper end of that, and we're talking 38s. Some capabilities of them, right? So this Rock Island Armory is not rated for plus P. Now, Rock Island says that you can shoot plus P out of it, but sparingly. And I have yet to shoot plus P out of this. Actually, to tell you the truth, I haven't shot plus P out of any of these firearms ever. I've only ever shot standard load ammunition. But, and this is a fully capable firearm. If you were looking for a revolver that's going to do you right, do a good job protecting your life, I think this one's a good option. I don't know how many rounds I have through it now. I've lost count. Probably 4. I would dare to say 500 rounds through it. Not a single issue with it. It locks up good. It's got a little bit of play, but not much. The trigger is very nice. This is me trying to stage it. It's a little harder to stage. It's a smooth trigger. So trying to get to that point where it wants to stage, like right there, it wants to just come through. But it is a good trigger. For the money, right? $250. I would put it on level with each of these as far as the trigger pull on it. It's a good trigger pull. In single action, it's very easy. This gun, when you buy it, I did a review on it, but it comes coated in oil, right? It comes from the Philippines. And I still have a little bit of it on there. I tried to take most of it off, but I do a good job of keeping this thing oiled up because I don't know how the finish is going to hold up against rust. The day I shot it, the last time I shot it, it was raining, and I got it wet, but no rust on it whatsoever. As soon as I got it home, I cleaned it and I made sure I covered it in oil. So this is what you're seeing. This front ramp does not come painted. I did that myself, but it's got a front ramp with a rear trench. Let's see if I can line that up on there. But and it's got a Colt style cylinder release, so when you go to release it, right, it's pull back. So you pull back, drop it down, and it ejects good. They make a snub nose version of this as well as the M206, the Model 206, which same gun, just with a snub nose. And I think it comes with a second set of grips too that are wooden and they're much smaller. So if you wanted to put those out, this is, forget what they call this. I think they call it like their combat grips or something like that. I can get all three fingers in there and they're kind of cut out for them. And it's a very comfortable shooting gun. Like it shoots well. It's very controllable in the hands. I'm gonna move these firearms out the way. I'm gonna show you the weight real quick. I have a little scale. Let's get on. All right, I'm zeroed out. I'm in ounces. This gun's a little beefy now. Unloaded, I'm at 28.3 ounces. I'm gonna pick it up. Let's see if it zeroes out. Okay, it zeroes out. I'm gonna do it one more time. 28.3 ounces is what I got. I mean, in the event that this was to go down on you, you could you could use it as like a bludgeoning weapon. You know, you could hit somebody with this thing, and it's beefy, it's solid, and as far as the construction of it, it's very well built. The only thing I would say is that make sure everything's tight on the gun before you go to shoot it. When I mean tight, I mean like the screws. For this gun, so the grips, it's got a screw that holds the grip on. It's a two-piece, so it's two sides of this. You take it off, you can clean in here. There's a screw here, which you can kind of see, and then there's one under here, and then you have one here, and that holds this plate on here, okay? Mine were hand tight, but I could see them potentially walking themselves out. When I cleaned it up, I Loctited all three of these, and I didn't over tighten them when I went in. You know, just a good snug tight, but not over tight. And I haven't had an issue with them walking out. And then on this side right here, last screw is this one. You're gonna see it on. You're definitely gonna see it on the Taurus too. It's got the same style. This screw is what holds your cylinder in, right? There's this crane, okay? It continues on into the gun, and then this screw here is what holds it in place, okay? So when you back the screw out, there's a spring on the inside of it and like a little metal detent, and it catches on this and holds it in place. So when you remove this, you can actually pull this whole piece out. The crane, cylinder, the whole shebang comes out. When you go to put this in, you can Loctite it. And when I got this gun, it was actually really loose, this screw here. I Loctited it when I put it back in, no issues. It does lock up very nice, but the only point of lockup is here, where the cylinder release is. And you can see it moving in and out. That's what actually holds the cylinder in and out. Now, it locks it up nice and sturdy, like there's no movement in it, but it's only one point of lockup. It's not a bad thing. I've shot, my grandpa's revolvers and, some older stuff, and that's what they have on them. That's what they have. To me, it hasn't been an issue. So, could it be potential in the future? Maybe, but the gun locks up solid. What else to say about the gun? It's a $250 gun from the Philippines. It does have some rough marks on it as far as machining goes, but it's got it where it counts as far as the internals go and how it's put together. It's put together right. You probably see some stuff online on YouTube where people dog this gun. I know I've got at least 400, but I might have 500 rounds through this. I haven't had a single issue with it, and it's solid. I do like it. It does shoot very well, and I'm very happy with this gun. I'm going to move on to the Taurus now. I'm going to move this one out the way. Well, actually, before I do, I'll show you a size comparison, right, between the two. So this one is the Taurus 856, and now you can see laying over the top, right? It is shorter in the barrel, a little shorter in the grip. That's just because of the grip I have on it. But let me move that. It's this is also a well-built gun. You know, we're stepping up from $250 to, like I said, the price ranges on whether you're getting a stubby or the 3-inch between 320, 380. I think I've seen it as 400 too, but I mean, you can, you know, that's the price range you're looking at for this firearm, and it also depends on the retailer as well. But you know, in the box, you're going to get this grip and, you know, a larger grip. I have the shorter grip on there because this is what I prefer on it. I like this grip. And mine didn't come with a second set of sights, but I've seen on YouTube where it'll actually come with a night sight on here, and it comes secondary with this blade. Mine only had the blade in the box. And this is what came on it. I'm okay with that. It shoots good. You know, it's that front blade with a rear ramp, or excuse me, rear trench. 6-shot. This one is rated for plus P, or at least that's what Taurus says. Never shot plus P through any of my guns, but you know, I fully accept the fact that this could handle it. You know, it feels beefy, it feels solid, it doesn't feel weak in any way. As far as getting it when you get it out of the box, now this grip on this side's covering it. There's 2 screws right on this side right here that hold this in place. I Loctited those, you know, when I was cleaning it out the box. And then, like I mentioned on the Rock Island Armory, you have another screw here that holds the cylinder in place. It's the same style, right? It comes out when you release this. It's got a spring and a detent that holds all of this in place. Now, as far as lockup goes, this lockup is solid, but it also has 2 points of lockup. All right, you have it here in the rear, and then you have it right here on the crane, and I'm going to show you this. So when you release it, it's a push forward on this button, and it drops out. So you have your lockup back here, right? But what's interesting is, and nice, is the lockup right here. It's got this little... I don't know if my camera's going to pick it up, but it's got this little ledge here that moves in and out, and you can see where they've machined it out in here, where this catches on that in there. I don't know if you can see that little mouth that they've machined into it. But yeah, when it goes in, locks. I was kind of pressing on the button there a little bit, but when you lock it in, right, it locks in solid. 38 special, 6-shot. It'll get the job done. Let me show you the weight real quick. Pull the scale back out. All right, so we got it zeroed out. Let's lay it on there. 23.5. I'm going to take it off, let it zero. 23.5. Okay. So I just purchased this gun. It was a Christmas present from my wife to me, and I've been wanting this firearm for a while. I like it. I like how it's styled. I like how it operates. It shoots very well. Trigger pull on it is amazing. In the beginning of this, you know, we showed clear and safe, right? But one more time, and you know, I can stage this one really well. So I'm gonna show you right here, right there. I can do it again. I can do it every time. If I had to stage this in double action, I could do it. And now the single action is very good. Very good. Ejection on it, you know, it's smooth. And it ejects like it should. I don't have anything negative to say about this gun. I enjoyed shooting it. I had a blast with it, and if you like revolvers, this would also be a good option. You know, if you got a little bit more money to spend, this one would be a good option, whether you wanted the 3-inch or the snub nose. One day I might want the snub nose version. I know they make the 905 and 9mm. I think that would be a nice one to have to kind of mix it up, because I have a lot of 9mm. I like to be able to shoot that. But okay, let's go to the last one in this group. So the last one, It's Ruger LCRX. We showed clear and safe. Let's show it one more time. All right, now this one's a 5-shot. This was my first revolver that I ever purchased. I went on deployment and I came back and I knew I wanted a revolver. I've been wanting one for a long time, and when I got back, this is what I bought. I wanted something full size. I like the fact that it's light. This thing is really light, and I'll show you the weight here in a minute. But it's all like, you know, they use some kind of like high-tech, you know, aluminum. This is all like aluminum through here. Okay. Now the steel, the barrel itself is steel. It's inserted, right? And then the cylinder is steel. Your trigger is steel. And then everything from here back, like this guard and all of this is polymer. And then you get your rubber grip that goes over this. If that like turns you off to it being durable, I've had it since, I forgot if I bought it in 2016. So wait a minute, I bought it after my first deployment. So 2017, yeah, I've had it since then, and I haven't had a single issue with this gun, and I shoot it all the time. I don't ever hear about people, you know, saying that, you know, any of this polymer breaks down, or, you know, it's a solid gun. You know, I've taken hiking, backpacking with me, and the fact that it's light, you can load it up and have it, and, you know, not that you forget it's there, but, you know, you don't have that burden of it pulling you down, if you know what I mean. It's got adjustable sights, okay, so that's what I like about this one. So it's got adjustable rear for windage and elevation. So it's got a screw here for elevation, and then on this side, I don't know if I'll be able to get it on camera. There's a screw there for your windage. And yeah, you can sight this thing in. You know, if you try to get some long distance shots, you could do it with this firearm. Trying to think about what else with this one. I've talked about it on the other firearms as far as lockup, right? This one also has 2 points of lockup, and this one's a little different. So this one, instead of it being a pullback or a push forward on Rugers, they like to use a button. So push the button in, drops out, and it's got the mechanism is in there, right? But also what I would like to mention for the front, it, instead of locking up on the crane right here, it locks up right there. There's a little detent in there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but there's a little like a hole right there that detent goes in, and it locks up with this for your ejector rod. So you actually, when you press the cylinder release button, you can see this move up here. See that? I hope you can see that. So it has solid lockup. It ain't going nowhere. To take this out, right, instead of there being a screw on the side over here, like on the other two, it's actually here on the front, right there. And it's a it's an Allen, right? I don't know what size, but it's a little Allen head screw. But yeah, this one too, it comes with this Hogue. They call it the Hogue Tamer grip, and it is it even says it right there. You're not gonna be able to read it right here, but it says Hogue Tamer, and full size grip on it. If you wanted to swap these grips out, it's just a screw on the bottom. You take it off and it slides off. And then for trigger pull, let's get that one. And it's oh, I guess if I need to, I don't have the cylinder put in all the way. That's my bad. I had it like halfway in. So let me get it in. All right, so what was I doing? Trigger pull. So I can stage it right there. It's got an excellent trigger. One more time on that stage. I like staging this one. And then for single action, yeah, it's got a good single action. I really don't have any, I don't have a bad thing to say about any of the revolvers I've just shown you, but I have absolutely zero negative to say about this one. It is awesome. The only, I guess, one complaint about it is that it is a 5-shot instead of a 6. So you know, and I guess, you know, with the LCR line, the whole point of it was to make them light. And they definitely pulled that off with this gun. Let's get it on the scale real quick so I can show you what I mean. So I remember what we had, like 28.3, what 23.5. Now let's get the firearm. Let's get the scale zeroed out right there, and we'll whoop. Let's turn it off. Turn it back on. Let's zero it out. Okay, so let's lay it on there. 16 ounces. 16 ounces. That's 1 pound. $16 ounces. It's light. It's light, but it's durable, you know, and you can feel it in your hands. It feels like a quality firearm when you touch it, and it's very solid. I'm very pleased with this firearm. This one's also rated for plus P. Never shot plus P through it, but I know that it would handle it. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this one, but I think if I had to pick one in the group, not because it's the most expensive, I think I have a little bit more sentimental value with this one too. I enjoyed this firearm. It was my first revolver that I purchased for myself. Let's get them back on the table to end up the video. They're all three of these options here. I've shot all three of these. And I would recommend all three of them to anyone. If you're on a budget, a tight budget, but you want a revolver to protect yourself that you can trust, I would highly recommend this. If you got a little bit more money to spend and you want something that comes in different color options, different variations of grip sizes, this one's it. It comes in, you know, the flat dark earth, you know, the coyote tan, you know, stainless steel, all black, many different color and grip configurations for this one. They come with wood grips, this style, the shorter grip, the VZ, like they're like checkered grips. They're very nice. And then with the LCRX, right? I have the full size grip with the 3-inch barrel. They make it as a snubby with, I think, a 2-inch, or excuse me, the short, I don't know what the grip length on it, but it's definitely shorter than this one. They make it with an exposed hammer like this one, with one that's covered, which I think is just the LCR. I think the exposed hammer, I think that's what the X is for, LCRX, the exposed hammer. They make them from 22, 9mm, 357, 38 special, and now that's for the snubbies, and then for the 3-inch barrel, I think I'm pretty sure now you can buy it in 38, 357, and 22. And yeah, you really can't beat a good revolver. You know, if you got one that'll, you know, you get familiar with it. They all kind of operate the same. They all have their little differences. Like the release on this is a pull back, this one's a push forward, and this one's a button. You know, they all have their own little differences, but they're all, in theory, operate the same. If you have any questions, please hit me up in the comments if there's something you'd like to see in a video, or if I didn't cover it in this, or if I forgot to, just let me know. I'll be happy to do it. I was really excited to do this video. This was a Christmas gift, so I was excited to finally get this out here and kind of show a variation of what is out there on the market as far as price. But yeah, I hope this video helps if you're trying to make a decision on one, you know, for a purchase for yourself. Like I said, if you have any questions, hit me up. Thanks.